Hi everyone, this is Khafi, aka a cup of Khafi, and I am a new mum. For those who haven't been on my website or on my YouTube for a long time, then yeah, this is the update. I'm a mother. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that is what has been happening in my life. So excuse the lack of videos, excuse all of this crazy stuff, but I am a new mother and so much has been happening. I've been experiencing so many things, and I wanted to share with you guys some of my 101s for new mums, like some of the things that I just didn't know. And this happens to be Black Breastfeeding Week. So I thought, what a perfect reason, what a perfect occasion to do a video about breastfeeding. I just want to share this, for people who may not know about breastfeeding, or maybe you know about breastfeeding, but some of the things that came as a surprise to me. So here are 5 things that you may not know about breastfeeding. So number 1, hey baby, come on. Come on. So as you can see, I'm breastfeeding. Number 1, something I did not know about breastfeeding is that the size of your boobs does not matter. The size of your boobs do not matter. There are people with very small breasts who breastfeed. There are people with very big breasts who can't breastfeed. It is all about your body. Every person, no matter the size of your boobs, can breastfeed. Like or if there aren't any other factors, it doesn't mean that, because you've got small boobs, you won't be able to breastfeed. That's something I really didn't know. I just thought, when you see a mum with the big boobs, you're like, oh gosh, that person's going to be able to breastfeed so well for their baby. And then there's some people who can't for whatever reason. Number 2, breastfeeding actually helps you lose weight. It is actually like a little miracle thing. And I will tell you something, when I gave birth, I was in hospital, and all of a sudden when I started to breastfeed, not the first time, not the second time, probably the 3rd or 4th time, I started to get really, really bad pains. And I was like, what on earth is happening to me? And they were like, oh, those are after pains. Those are after pains. I was like, say what? Say what? I had no idea that when you're breastfeeding, it actually helps your uterus contract. So your uterus shrinks back to size, and the breastfeeding helps that happen. So sometimes it will be a bit painful, especially when you're first starting. It will be a bit painful, but it helps you lose weight. And coming on to that is my 3rd thing, is there is such a thing as breastfeeding cravings. I had no idea that there were breastfeeding cravings. Are you okay, baby? Okay, he's enjoying. He's a he. I had no idea that there was such a thing as breastfeeding cravings. You hear about pregnancy cravings, but when you're breastfeeding, because it is taking your nutrients, you need to stock up as much as possible. So I didn't know that you would be feeling so hungry because you're breastfeeding. I had no idea at all. So I'm there like thinking, oh my gosh, I need to eat now. I need to do this. I need to do that. Because you need to refill your body the same way when you're pregnant and you're eating for 2, as some say, which is not really true, but you need to eat more to fuel your body as nutrients are going to the baby inside you. It's the same when you're breastfeeding. You need to be able to stock up well so that your breasts are giving the best nutrients to your baby. And the thing is, another thing I didn't know is that if you're not eating well whilst you're breastfeeding, sometimes your baby may be sucking and is only getting water. He may not be getting milk because there's nothing. Oh, bless you, baby. Are you okay? Think he's getting a bit milk drunk when he's had so much milk and he's like, yummy, yummy. Do you want any more? Do you want any more? Okay, I'm going to leave him for now. He will do what he wants to do, I'm sure. I'm trying to not let you see my breast. Here we go. You want some more? Here we are. Sorry. There we go. So yeah, if you're breastfeeding, make sure you're eating a lot. So as much as breastfeeding helps you lose weight, you also need to be eating to replenish yourself. Maybe not, you don't have to overeat, but just eat the same way as well as you were doing when you were pregnant. You're eating for more than just yourself. Eat well. Like, it's an excuse to eat as much as you want whenever you want. Okay. Something else I didn't know, the fourth thing I didn't know about breastfeeding is that your breasts can leak at any point when you hear your baby crying or even another baby crying. I had no idea. Sometimes I would be in the bathroom, somebody else is with the baby, and I just hear him cry. Then all of a sudden my boobs would just start leaking breast milk. And it also happened when I went out by myself for the first time without my baby. And I just literally went to the corner shop and another baby was crying. Sorry, my battery died. But our bodies truly are incredible. They are so incredible that God has wired us to the point that when your baby cries, your body does not need to be attached to your baby or to any baby. The hormones kick in and your body begins to produce milk. It is incredible. I'm just like, what? And honestly, the first time I was able to breastfeed, I was like, oh, so this is what boobs are for. This is what my breasts are made to do. I was just so excited. I was like, wow. So all my life, this is what my breasts were made to do. This is like, I just felt so amazing. And I also felt so proud of my body. I was like, breasts, I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Honestly, like I had a whole... I'm not pumping at the moment, but when I first was in hospital and my milk came in, my breasts were like pretty much, I don't want to say engorged because I don't think it was that bad, but if I hadn't dealt with it, it would have been that. So I had to pump out so much milk and I had like a huge bag full of milk. My breast just would not stop. I was just like, wow, you go. This is what my boobs were made to do. You know, you get taught your whole life that breasts are sexual, breasts are this, breasts are that you should hide your breasts, hide this, hide that, hide your body. But when I saw that, wow, this is what God made my breasts to do, to feed and to nourish my young and my kin, my offspring, I was like, wow. And I just felt so proud of my body. You know, like I said, there are some people who aren't able to, and it's not a slight on you. But that's why I'm so thankful that I am able to breastfeed. I'm so grateful that I've been able to, you know, partake in this. And I love, you know, the closeness that it feels for me. Because to be honest, I had a very traumatic birth, and that's a story for another day. I had an extremely traumatic birth. But actually what I wanted was to be able to breastfeed. And I felt like that kind of gave me some just relief to say, wow, okay, something my body can do properly, you know. But I'm so grateful. And another thing I learned was that as much as you as a woman need to learn how to breastfeed, your baby also needs to learn how to feed from your breast. It's a learning thing for both of you. I had no idea of this. I just thought I would whip out my breast, my baby would know what to do, I would know what to do, and go, nom, 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 nom. No, I had to learn how to breastfeed. And I actually, you know, thank God that I was in a hospital where they were really encouraging it. And I was kind of like, oh no, milk is coming, that's it. And they just kept on encouraging me, not in a bad way, not in a pressure way, but they just kept on saying, don't worry, like just keep trying. Don't worry, it may take a while for your milk to come in. It's okay, your baby will be fine. You know, even if it's not coming out initially, your baby will be okay. They just really reassured me because I was a bit like, oh, what's going on? But it was very important for me to be able to breastfeed my child, and I'm so happy that I've been able to. So those are a few of the things that I needed to, you know, just wanted to share. And I wanted to say to you, if you are still learning how to breastfeed your child, and if your child is learning how to breastfeed, then it's okay. I know at one point when my baby first learned how to latch, I was so happy he was latching, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he wasn't taking the latch anymore. And I know how frustrated that made me. I was literally, my baby was crying because he couldn't eat. He was like, and I was like, just take the breast, take it, please. And then I started crying because he was crying and I wanted to feed him and he couldn't eat. And I was just in tears. I felt so sad. And then you have people around you that would be like, oh, just give him a bottle then, just give him a bottle. And I'm like, no, like I was determined. I had to fight to be able to breastfeed my child. I had to really stand, you know, on what I desired and what I wanted. And again, This is not against anybody who bottle feeds their child. I feel like there's this whole war against breastfeeding, against bottle feeding, the war of the feedings. And I'm like, it's so unnecessary. I'm not here for it. However you are able to feed your child, feed your child. For me, like I said, it was important for me to breastfeed, and I really wanted to, and I really just fought for that. And some people fought for it and still weren't able to. So this is not anything about, you know, which is best or anything like that. I know they say the term breast is best, you know, but as long as your baby is being fed, you know, I'm not going to go against science. Science says, you know, all the benefits of breastfeeding. But guess what? Your child is growing. However you're able to feed them, please feed them. Whatever you choose to do, people will have an opinion. People that were telling me, oh, stop breastfeeding, or people were telling me, because my baby was born really low weight. He's very long, so he looks older than he is. He's very long, like height and centimeter wise, but he was very, very low birth weight. And so people kept on telling me, just top up with formula. Your breast isn't going to be enough for him. Top up with formula. And I was like, no, I want him to be exclusively breastfed. And I had to fight for that. And then the doctors, everybody was so amazed at how quickly he put on weight exclusively on breast milk. And I was just so proud of my body. I was like, you go, body. You go. You did that. You know, my baby was feeding. We had to go on this journey. So if you are here, if you're on a breastfeeding journey, if you're on a feeding journey, whatever it may be, just don't be too hard on yourself. I really encourage you. And, you know, some people may have seen the title of this and said, why is there a Black Breastfeeding Week? Shocking to me, apparently, one of the communities with the lowest take-up of breastfeeding is actually the Black community. I didn't know this. So I just think it's so important just for everybody to be given a fair chance to try and breastfeed if they want. Some people just assume, oh, you know, I'm not going to be able to breastfeed, just give formula. I thought that I wouldn't be able to breastfeed, or that I had low chance because I had small boobs. You know, I thought I don't have huge breasts, I probably won't be able to breastfeed, but I really want to try. And I was just so encouraged in that. So whatever your decision is, give it a try if you would like to, and keep at it. This is the thing. Sometimes we try breastfeeding at first, and honestly, like I said, nothing was coming out for me at first, nothing at all. I was just there giving him the breast, giving him the breast, giving him the breast, but without pressure. And sometimes when you have that pressure, it's just too much. So I encourage you, if you would like to breastfeed, do give it a try. You and your baby both need to learn it. So don't think you're just going to get it just like that. That's what I thought, and that is not what happened. But it's such a beautiful thing. I love to be able to breastfeed. You know, even till now, some people say, oh, well, if you weren't breastfeeding, I could help you look after the baby. And I'm like, you're not going to try and make me forget or regret my decision. I want to breastfeed my child. I'm breastfeeding and I'm happy with that decision. So do your thing, mama. Do your thing. If you're a mama and you're watching this, whether you're a mama to be, whether you're a current mama, whether you're a new mama, whether you're an old mama, you've had 5, 6, 7 children, I don't know. But just be encouraged. And I think, you know, we can try something new whenever, but it is just a beautiful thing. I'm so happy that I'm able to breastfeed my baby. And however you feed your baby, there's no judgment in it at all. Your body has done an incredible thing. It has birthed a whole human. And that is what, careful baby. And that is what is still, what is this? Oh. You're getting hot, aren't you? And that is what is still so amazing to me. Your body has birthed a whole nother human being. Like, it is incredible. So, and I really just want to say, if there's anybody around you shaming you for not breastfeeding or shaming you for breastfeeding, whatever it may be, do not allow anybody shame you for whatever decision you are making. You know what you've had to do for your baby. And this is just one of the many battles you're going to have to fight for your child. You know, whether it's you want your child to eat a certain way, to live a certain way, to do certain things, you have to stick up. As a mother, you need to stick up for your child. And I think breastfeeding, the option of how you choose to feed your child, is just one of the first of many things you're going to have to stick up for your child for, and stick up for your decision and what you've made. So I just want to encourage everybody, you know, happy Black Breastfeeding Week. And I just hope you've learned something new, some of the things that I didn't know about breastfeeding. And I encourage you, like, some people say that breastfeeding really, really hurts. It does initially, like, I said before, you have to stick it through. So don't be afraid of that. Some people, you know, have kind of said, breastfeeding's not for me because they're afraid of the pain. Girl, listen, it's okay. It will pass. Like, it's initially, and then it kind of stops. It just stops. And especially if it does continue, you may not have a very good latch. The latch may be incorrect because it shouldn't hurt throughout the whole feed. That isn't normal, I don't think. So do check that out. But yeah, so this is me signing out as a new mama. I'm going to be doing another video about what mum life is like. If there's any questions that you want me to answer, do let me know. Like I said, I'm not quite ready to share my birth experience just yet, but I can't wait until I am able to, and then I'll just share the beans, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of healing that happens. But already, you know, just looking at this amazing young man that I have in my arms, I'm just like, wow, like God is, and I'm grateful. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more Mum 101 videos, if you want any other topics, please comment them below. Let me know what your experiences of breastfeeding were. Are there any things that you didn't know about breastfeeding that maybe you found out later on, or are there any things, you know, you kind of want to ask about breastfeeding? I would love to answer questions. I am not a guru. I am a first-time mom. So this is why I'm calling this First-Time Mom 101, because literally I'm learning same way as all of us are. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. I'll be definitely doing more mum content. And yeah, lovely to see you guys, and see you guys soon.